We continue our Yellow Jacket Spotlight series this morning with Erin Kasper, who just won the Outdoor OAC Field Athlete of the Week. She really competed very well in both the high jump and in the long jump, and we're looking forward to having a brief conversation with you this morning. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, the first time that you've won the Outdoor Athlete of the Week, I assume that was probably a kind of a cool point of pride for you, no?
Yeah, it was. It was pretty cool. I know last year, after our first indoor meet, I was Field Athlete of the Week. So it was nice to get that again and then improve for outdoor.
Obviously, with the change of the weather, too, probably, I would imagine, has the team in a little bit of an uptick in spirits so you can get outside.
Yeah, our coach has been awesome. They've been scheduling some warmer meets for us to travel to because sometimes, March in Ohio can be very unpredictable, as we found out last year when we got a snowstorm at Worcester.
Erin did really well this past weekend at Goucher College. In fact, when she did the high jump 5 feet 7 inches, that is currently the top mark in the country. So right now, nobody has jumped higher than 5 feet 7 inches. Is that a personal best for you, and was that particular mark a goal for you?
Yeah, that is a personal best for me by a centimeter, but for me at least, that centimeter was a pretty big deal because I took my first attempt at 5'7" 5 years ago.
Wow.
And so after a few injuries and some setbacks, I was finally able to get back to where my best was and then get that PR that I'd been working for years, and hopefully I can, that kind of broke down a wall and I can continue to improve.
That's pretty awesome. When you're working towards something that you've never done before, how hard is it to move past that mental block and convince yourself, you know what, I'm ready for this moment?
For high jump, I know specifically, my coaches always just used to say, just keep jumping at the bar and one day it'll stay on. So it's really just kind of that little bit of a crazy mental aspect, and that you just have to keep doing it. And, sometimes, like for me, you can get hurt and it can end up taking 5 years to get another inch, but you just got to keep doing it and just kind of keep, persevering.
Sure. That's pretty cool to see when you work so hard for something and it finally comes to fruition. I know it feels good. Let's talk a little bit about the academic side of things. Erin's from the west side of Cleveland. She grew up in Amherst and is studying exercise science. What are you hoping that you can do here after school?
Well, last summer I did an internship with an insurance company in their sort of wellness coordinating branch, and I found that I really enjoyed corporate wellness programming. So ideally I'd like to do something like that. I've been applying to some insurance companies, some sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Some wellness or activity coordinating positions, maybe get an assistant job, and then hopefully go back for my master's in a couple of years.
Awesome. Very cool. Any idea where you want to go for your master's program yet, or are you just going to kind of wait and see where that goes?
I know I had a cousin who got her exercise science master's at Cleveland State, and she got her bachelor's here. She was a softball player. And she was actually who I interned with. So sometimes, families are a little bit alike.
Yeah.
So I started looking into that. I liked their Masters of Education in exercise science, and then I've also been looking into sports psychology.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I know that, when you're going through your recruiting process, there's lots of different choices, and you're going to hear from coaches from all over the place. What would you recommend to someone who's going through their, late junior or maybe now their senior year of high school, who's going through the recruiting process and trying to figure out how to decide what the right decision is for them? Were there things that you did that made you feel comfortable?
Well, for me, that's a little bit of a different story because I was at Ashland University my freshman year, and then I transferred here starting my sophomore year. So sometimes what I try to tell high school students is that you're not going to truly know if you like a school until you're living there, until you're in that environment, and that sometimes it's okay if you don't make the right choice at first, and you realize that, and you're like, I need to leave this place. And then for me at least, I kind of, when I realized I wanted to leave that first school, I kind of took a step back and looked at, when I looked at BW, I realized I had a lot of family who went here, I had a lot of friends who went here, and so I was like, people who are similar to me liked this school.
Yeah.
So I say, I think this will be a better fit. And then I transferred here, and immediately with the team, we all just clicked, like better than I ever had at my previous school.
That's
so
great.
It's just about getting the right fit.
How about Coach Cole? What does he mean to you?
Well, let's see. Coach Cole came in my junior year, and right away we noticed so much more structure to the program, because I mean we had good coaches before, but things weren't really structured, and I know you could just see kind of the fire in Coach Cole's eyes that he wanted to make this a program to be reckoned with for D3 across the country, and I think he's on his way to doing that.
Well, he won a national championship. That certainly helps.
That was a good start.
Last year, the Jackets with the indoor national championship, and they are looking forward to continuing the success here into the outdoor season in 2017. Thanks for your time. Congratulations. Look forward to maybe some more personal bests for you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Erin Kasper from our Yellow Jacket women's track and field team.